I'm Maddie Bullock with Lake Point Sports, and I'm here with Coach Mickey McNeill of Senshi Football Academy. How are you doing today, Mickey?
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm awesome.
Good.
So my first question for you is, what motivated you to use the Art of War and the Book of the Five Rings as inspiration for your coaching methods?
It sounds crazy, Madison, but I loved like Japanese culture as a kid, and it started with I'm old, so it started with stuff like Speed Racer and all that. But then I started in college reading, Sun Tzu and looking at these different, regiments of discipline and how their armies and their warriors were so loyal and so regimented. And it's not like I'm like that, but I was like, wait a minute, if you add this to the game, the respect, the discipline, the loyalty, and for me, the big thing has been I didn't want clubs to look at me like I'm trying to compete with them, because I'm not. I'm trying to look at this as every person around the world is a woman gets an opportunity. So I've been to South Africa 3 times this year alone to get girls to, are you interested in being in the academy? And they are. And I would love to see something like this happen, because I just don't see it happening for women, not in the way it's happening for the men.
Yes, sir.
Right.
And what has the journey been like for you and the team leading up to this Gothia Cup?
If I can give you full transparency, some's been great. Others have been, a lot of clubs hear about it and they want to equate it with club, and they think I'm trying to steal players. But again, this isn't club. This is, something where you're spending your time living somewhere and you're going to play. And, that's my feeling, is that you have to be training a lot. You have to be willing to sacrifice. And I think that if you let the women see that you care and that they're going to get the opportunities that their high school friends get. And the crazy part is I was in the van, and one of my players is from North Carolina. She's half German, and she saw a kid from North Carolina go over to Germany, and I said, oh, he played for me in my club. And she was like, oh, if I had something like that. And I was like, maybe I am on the right path. But I just I'm big on, it's a world game. It's not about am I good for, ECNL or DPL? I have nothing against them. I just wanted something for women to say, wow, you mean I can go to school, online, I can be traveling the world, I can be playing against great players, and I'm going to get trial opportunities. Or, everybody can't be in an ECNL, everybody can't be in DPL or GA, and I respect it. But I also wanted them to know, hey, there's something else, if you want to take that chance.
That's awesome. And we've already touched on it a little bit, but can you just explain further why it's so essential that young female athletes have this kind of a space to thrive and, pursue opportunities?
I think it's important because they haven't really seen it. And I think people have to realize when dealing with women, it's different than dealing with guys, especially when you have parents involved. A little more proprietary about their little girls, but it's still important that they get the opportunity. So you have to kind of take away that fear of letting them grow. And that's what I think is important. I think we talked earlier, I grew up in a household that was, very strong women, and I equate my success to my mom and my sister. My dad had passed away. And so if I can share with them any of that kind of, and I'm real about it, it's not just a guy saying, hey, I want you to be strong women. I really do. I saw my sister be that woman. And so I really, really have an affinity for it. So I really want to help the cause, I guess.
Yes, exactly. And it's really amazing to see what you're doing with these girls and
Thanks.
See the opportunities that you're giving them and how much you're helping them succeed.
Thank you. Well, it's people like you in Lake Point that are, the facility's brilliant. So I came out first and looked it over. I don't live far away. And then just meeting yourself and Dean, talking to Corey, everybody's been so friendly. And again, you are a male-dominated space that we talked about. Well, maybe now we can be that little niche of women that come in here and train and do that.
Yes.
I'd love to.
Exactly.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Thanks.